You know, a lot of questions still remain about those security lapses that led to a shooting at the White House Correspondents Dinner. Well, that plays out. 31-year-old Cole Allen faces accusations of attempting to assassinate the President of the United States. Live to CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Sganga now. So, Nicole, your team examined everything from the security footage to even the floor plan of that venue. What did you learn as you looked at it through that lens, that visual lens?
Yes. So much of the timeline of this attack on the White House Correspondents' Dinner has been really hazy, and our investigative team drilled down on the moments leading up to shots fired to determine that the suspect, Cole Allen, walked around that hotel, the Washington Hilton, undetected for 13 minutes prior to entering the Secret Service's security perimeter. Once he arrived at the magnetometers, he was subdued in just 7 seconds. But security experts told us that while the Secret Service's response was ultimately a success, so much more could have been done on the front end to prevent the suspect from ever making it to that security checkpoint. Take a look.
Here's a map of the terrace floor of the hotel. The ballroom's here, one floor down. And on the other side of the hotel is the gym and a set of stairs that Allen allegedly used to travel from the 10th floor to the terrace level.
These are the stairs that the gunman used to come from the 10th floor where he was staying down to the terrace level of the hotel.
No footage has been released and likely doesn't exist of him traveling from his room down those stairs. A CCTV camera positioned inside of the gym captured him exiting the door from those stairs at 8:23 p.m. Another CCTV camera captured him walking down the hall a few seconds later. You can see he's wearing a long trench coat that's likely concealing his weapons, including his shotgun. Now, at this point, he's outside of the Secret Service security perimeter. Keith Wojcicki is a former Secret Service agent with the Presidential Protective Division.
You can see he's obviously holding the shotgun on the right-hand side there.
You notice his right arm is very stiff.
Yes, exactly, because he's hiding something. He's holding something tight to his body. What that is, we know now, but again, that was definitely a shotgun. And seeing that, maybe should have set off flares outside of the Hilton. There are reconnaissance people out there.
Then there's a gap of around 13 minutes, and authorities haven't said what the suspect was doing during that time.
This is the hallway that the gunman used to travel toward the security checkpoint on the night of the attack. For 13 minutes, his movements went undetected by cameras, apparently.
In fact, we found a significant portion of the terrace level had no CCTV camera coverage at all.
Would there have been Secret Service agents outside of the security perimeter around the Hilton, say in this hallway?
Potentially, but definitely there are Secret Service agents as well as law enforcement outside the perimeter, just doing that, looking and making sure and observing to see if anything suspicious does occur.
If there were, none of them apparently stopped him.
Now, we've reached out to the Secret Service and the Hilton security for comment here. The Secret Service told CBS News in a statement that the secure perimeter was established, so any movement from a public area into the protected site required that screening at a designated outer checkpoint. And while the existing security plan was effective in deterring the identified threat, the Secret Service continually evaluates its protective operations to identify improvements. And you can watch our full investigation, which is available now on CBSNews.com.
That's so fascinating to see that visual representation. It gives us an idea of every step and really raises the question about those 13 minutes. Nicole, our viewers may not know, watching this, that you were also there that night. You were also under tables. You also immediately jumped into reporter mode. As you retraced his steps, just as a reporter, what was that like for you?
Yeah, this was challenging to go back and retrace the steps of the alleged gunman to determine just how close he was to the ballroom where all of us were seated awaiting remarks from the President of the United States. But it did offer both myself and a lot of the reporters that I work with a great amount of clarity about what was achieved successfully by the Secret Service and what needs to be done, not only in response to credible threats, but proactively to deter and to mitigate these kinds of lone attacks in the future, Reed.
Yeah, that's why original reporting is so important, because we likely will see changes because of your discoveries. Nicole Sganga, always great to talk to you. Have a good day, friend.